Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name's Hamna and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. Yesterday I shared the name Ya Halim and an example of how you can connect to the sun and the love of Allah that comes through in the rays of the light, that where He's placed the sun for us. And I wanted to share this with you today, connected to Ya Halim, is if you think about the earth, it moves at a certain speed, right? It doesn't move in jerks, it doesn't move in erratic movements, it doesn't move in up and down so high and low that we're not able to feel the stability of the ground, right, on which we walk on. Ya Halim is the kind of love that keeps the earth to move at a certain speed, which is so incredibly soft, gentle, and slow that even though it is moving, we still can't feel it. We know that it is moving, there is some kind of movement in the earth, right? But we really can't see it. We can't even feel it. And that brings me to this understanding that sometimes, things are happening that we are not aware of. And we keep thinking, oh, I'm making so much of my dua. Why is it not coming true? I'm doing all the things that are done right. I'm trying to please Allah. I'm doing whatever I can from wherever it is that I am. But yet again, we aren't able to see the effects of that dua coming true. And so Ya Halim reminds me to connect myself, my awareness, to the earth and its movement. So if earth was that which symbolized you and me, then think of the movement of experiences and things that happen for us, within us, that we aren't even aware of. But the one who created us is fully aware of what is going on inside me and what will be the best for me outside in my reality. And so he, out of his love of being Ya Halim, he makes the movement so slow, so gentle, so soft, that at times I myself, who I believe to be in my own body, right, don't know about it. I don't know what is happening within me at so many levels. And only when an experience or something happens or doesn't happen, it makes me go, oh my God, this didn't happen. Oh my God, this did happen, right? But actually, what is happening within me consciously, like constantly, I don't know. I don't know what is happening on the earth. I don't know what's happening in my neighbor's house. But there is something happening, but I'm not aware of it. And isn't that a blessing of Allah that I'm not aware of it? And that the change and the movement and the growth and evolution that is happening within me happens so slowly that I don't even feel it. It's so gradual, it's so gentle. And this makes me come to this place where I personally was very away from Allah. And my journey with connecting to the names of Allah only happened when I got aware of my own emotions. So going through my own spiritual journey, I realized that the only way to know myself was to understand my emotions. And the more I dived deeper into my emotions to heal them, to grasp, to understand what was going on in my internal world, I started becoming very clear that whatever's happening within me, there is a higher power that is holding me while I go through all of these emotions and while I've gone through them in the past. And the more they unfolded, the more I was made aware of what I was, at whatever conscious level I was feeling. I realized that not everybody is there with me when I'm sad. Not everybody is there with me when I'm going through grief. But there is somebody who is with me while I go through these, moments of darkness, or the dark night of the soul, as we call it. And who is with me? because I know there is somebody with me, and that somebody is my Allah. And so the moment I got to know myself through my emotions, or at least started grasping my own understanding of what it is that is happening within me, 2% of it, I realized that the one who was with me, I needed to understand that too. So through my own personal understanding of, or curiosity of my own emotions, that led me to connect to the one who is with me all the time as I go through all these emotions. And it is through him that I will only get to know myself better. And so the curiosity for my own self was what led me to my Allah. The more I went deeper in my own self, the more I wanted to be closer to the one who is always, always, always close to me, right? And I kind of started connecting to the names of Allah, and they were like little doorways, not little, they were humongous doorways, but I was very little in them. And every time I started getting closer to a name of Allah, I realized there's so much, so much, so much that I cannot also grasp. But at least whatever I can grasp, I will. And through art, I started exploring the understanding of how I can connect to the name of Allah by creating an artwork. So it kind of leaves a mark on my soul. You know, it's not just something fleeting that I hear about it, but it's actually something that my body fully sits with this name, connects to this name, creates inspired by this name. And so my whole existence becomes an act of ibadat, like nothing about me when I am in my Friday sessions, which I really invite you to join. It's free sessions every Friday, 11 a.m. UK time through Zoom, so you can join in from anywhere. You can also have the access on of all my sessions on Patreon. The link is down below in the description box. And I realized the more I was getting to know Allah through art, the more it was leaving an impact on my mental health. It helped me see myself, accept myself, acknowledge myself as not that what I was told or not told by the world around me or what I understood of me, but I started seeing myself through the lens of the names of Allah. He's given us these names and he wants us to call him by these names, and that was because he loves us. And he knows that we won't be able to call him by all the 99 names, so he breaks them apart just so that whichever one we need and we're desperate in, we can turn to him through that one particular name. And the movement, like the whole journey of me connecting to the names, and then that led to the ayat of the Quran, which I am also sharing through my Patreon and on the live sessions on Friday. The transition was so slow. I never ever in my entire life thought that I would ever be capable enough to speak about him. Like my mouth was full of I don't even know how to say it anymore. I was smoking, I was doing all sorts of things. I was connected to alcohol at one point. I was connected to lots of things that were addictive, and my attachments were very deep ingrained, like so inside me, and never ever ever thought that I personally would ever have the chance to share the love or even experience the love of Ya Halim in my entire life. And so when I sit with this understanding that he wants me to connect, that when he calls you towards himself, the call is so gentle, so soft, like the movement of the earth. You don't even know you're going towards him. And one day you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, I've left all the world, but I almost have gained everything I ever wanted. And so connecting to Allah is like that. Once you connect to him, once you're close to him, once you see him, feel him, and you're more curious to get to know him deeper and deeper and deeper, he brings you forth, he brings you closer in a way that it's so Ya Halim. If this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you, inshallah. Speaking to you, sorry, inshallah, again tomorrow. I hope these videos are making difference and bringing you closer to Allah. If so, leave me a comment and let me know. Allah Hafiz for today.